Now, 200 million text messages a day, including those sent and received overseas by British phones, have been hoovered up and stored by a secret system developed by American spies. Top secret documents obtained by The Guardian and seen by this programme show GCHQ, Britain's listening post, has been given a backdoor into this system and is using it to obtain text message information that British law would make it difficult to access in this country. It is the latest leak from the former US spy contractor Edward Snowden, and tonight Vodafone tells Channel 4 News they fear it is an attempt to circumvent the rules meant to protect all our communications. Siobhan Kennedy has this report.
These days, it seems we're plugged in at all times. In fact, 2014 is the year when the number of mobile phones is set to outstrip the number of human beings for the first time. But if you thought your personal communications were, well, personal, think again. We already knew American spies had created a global snooping network, hoovering up our emails and monitoring us as we browse the internet. Now, documents seen by this programme can reveal for the first time a secret operation to harvest hundreds of millions of our text messages too, and how British spies have been given a back door to exploit that information. The documents are the latest revelation from Edward Snowden, the former American spy now in hiding in Russia.
End mass surveillance.
His latest leak from a classified presentation dated April 2011 reveals that America's National Security Agency, the NSA, created a secret database called Dishfire, which collected and stored nearly 200 million texts from around the world every day. The texts enabled the NSA to monitor people's whereabouts, contacts, banking details, and their movements if they travelled from country to country. It's not clear that text messages inside the UK were tapped, but all texts sent internationally were collected. A hugely powerful tool to track terrorists, but what about ordinary people's information? The Americans had to delete the texts of their own citizens, but as Snowden's other revelations have shown, international traffic, including from us Britons, was fair game and could be spied upon at will.
Anything dealing with US citizens was to be reported, deleted, or whatever. The Brits, on the other hand, could likewise say, if you find anything dealing with British citizens, we'd like that deleted as well, but that didn't go through as, there weren't as strict measures in place to ensure that.
So how does it work? As soon as we get on a train or a plane to go abroad, the Dishfire system starts to capture our text messages, allowing the agencies to spy on all our movements. Supposing you take a train to Brussels. When you arrive, you get a welcome text from your phone company. And it's that text message that's automatically hoovered up into the Dishfire system, telling agents where you are and when you got there. But it doesn't stop there. Any text traffic to and from your phone can reveal all sorts of information, even without reading the messages themselves. So, if I arrange to meet someone, any text to show a missed call from that person is captured. Any travel information texted to my phone or a financial transaction is also collected. And if my contact then sends me his business card, that too would be caught. Back on British soil, spy agencies like GCHQ collect text messages too, but there are specific rules. Just to follow the text traffic like missed calls requires permission, and then a request is made to the phone company. But to read the actual content of a message, a special warrant is required, authorised by the Secretary of State. Now, thousands of these warrants are signed off each year, but only for specific targeted individuals. By contrast, Dishfire collects data on everyone, allowing British spies to sneak through a gap in the fence and pull off information they wouldn't be entitled to under strict British laws. Something they appeared keen to exploit. In a classified document dated May 2008, GCHQ told its staff,
Dishfire collects pretty much everything it can. Using Dishfire is really quite simple. Enter your telephone numbers, fill in the rest of the query form, and off you go.
The GCHQ document does warn agents that searching the content of the text messages without a warrant is unlawful, but adds the system is
especially useful for untargeted and unwarranted UK numbers.
What's more,
it is possible to examine the content of messages sent months or even years before the target was known to be of interest.
so popular was Dishfire that the NSA told analysts the system was overwhelmed and requested they enter no more than 1,800 queries at a time.
The title of the legislation, the Regulation of Investigatory Powers, was intended to regulate the way our authorities conduct surveillance on United Kingdom citizens or persons within the United Kingdom. It wasn't intended to have some enormous loophole where if the surveillance occurred by a foreign body, our body could simply access that freely. Without any restriction at all.
Last year, the Foreign Secretary, William Hague, dismissed claims GCHQ was trying to get around UK law.
The idea that in GCHQ people are sitting working out how to circumvent a UK law with another agency in another country is fanciful. It is nonsense.
A point echoed by the head of GCHQ.
If I've got that haystack, I'm looking for needles, I'm looking for fragments of needles. That's what my queries pull out. I do not look at the surrounding hay.
But it's not the first time GCHQ's been accused of overreach. Another Snowden document last September claimed the spy agency had hacked one of the main phone exchanges in Europe, run by the telecoms company Belgacom, an accusation the agency strongly denied. In an exclusive interview, even the man formerly responsible for regulating the eavesdropping activities of GCHQ voiced major concerns about this kind of activity.
It is a worry, yes. And certainly in my time, I would take the view that it was not open to our intelligence services to obtain, or certainly to use, communications or data which would not have been lawful in this country.
But if it was captured lawfully by another country, is that still something that would worry you?
Yes. But I'm inclined to think my answer would be that you can't use it. It's not dissimilar to the question of do you use material which you may have reason to believe has been obtained by torture. I mean, it's a different area, of course, but the concept is very similar.
Tonight, the NSA confirmed Dishfire still exists and claims it lawfully collects text messages. It insists privacy protections are in place for US citizens. GCHQ told us tonight.
All of GCHQ's work is carried out in accordance with the strict legal and policy framework which ensures that our activities are authorised, necessary and proportionate, and that there is rigorous oversight.
No one would argue that intercepting text can be crucial for national security. The question is whether in doing so, GCHQ is knowingly circumventing the laws that were meant to protect the privacy of us all.